the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real weapons being real with self. Might not have to see the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real weapons being real with self. Might not have to see the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. Money, money, money. All you guys are like, oh, they're wealthy. Like Kanye West said, having money is not everything, not having it is. Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth. It's the love of money that's the root. You don't want money so much, why you want to get up and go to work? Yes, I can do it about one of the things that one thing. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. It's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. And now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Cortez.
Good morning, Black world, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your man, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, where I do my absolute best to bring practical yet proven wealth building strategies to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. It is truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing to be coming to you live and direct from the Thornton Online Marketing Studios here, home of Monetize My Life Academy. Super excited about today, because if you don't know by now, I am pulling back the curtains for the first time ever and revealing some of my top branding and marketing strategies, man. Yes. You guys know me as a financial health mentor, and I teach wealth building principles and strategies via the Black Wealth Movement. But a lot of people have been asking me, it seems like this movement has just come out of nowhere. How did you get the brand to explode? What are you doing, bro? For the last 2 years, I've been perfecting some marketing skills, and I've been using 3 free tools to explode my brand, and they can help you explode any brand, whether you're an internet marketer, network marketer, affiliate marketer, whether you have your own coaching practice, whether you're a personal trainer, whether you make jewelry. I know a lot of people who are dealing with paparazzi and some of the other jewelry companies and making jewelry. If you are trying to figure out how to get more traffic, leads, and sales in any business, you need to register for today's webinar. Click on the link in the description or go to freewebinar.financialhealthmentor.com. freewebinar.financialhealthmentor.com. In fact, that is the very reason that I will be abbreviating today's show. We might only go 7:30, 7:40, because I've got to get prepared. Because I'm gonna give it to you, man. I'm gonna give you the game for free on how I do what I do. So if you're trying to explode a brand, then I want to give you the game plan that I use to explode the brand. Now, here's the deal. It took me like 20 months to get to a place where I was able to retire from my job, right? But that was a culmination of 15, 16, 17 years in the network marketing industry to get to that place. Well, guess what? If you learn the strategies that I'm going to teach you on today's webinar, you can literally collapse time and save yourself a lot of time, energy, and effort, and just take my strategies, use them in your business, and build your brand. Again, freewebinar.financialhealthmentor.com. You have to register. When you register, there is actually 3 sessions today. 3 sessions. So many people have been asking me, you really want to get registered and be prepared to take your seat, because this thing is going to pack out all 3 sessions. First session at 10 Central, second session at 2 Central, and the final session at 8 p.m. Central. So super excited to be with you guys. Do me a huge favor. If you're checking this out on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button, please do. And then copy the link for today's show and share it on your favorite social media timeline, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever you like to share stuff. Go ahead and share the link for today's show. Same thing with you guys on Facebook. I want to take your questions and help you however I can help you. So be prepared to get list out your questions, and we'll do that. But before we do, go ahead and share today's show. Please. Looks like we have a handful of viewers on. Make sure you share the show out. And then the likes and the thumbs up, the hearts, the comments, the engagement overall, that tells Facebook we have quality content, and Facebook will help us push it out to more and more people. And that's how we compete with the ratchetness, y'all. To the degree that you engage with the show is a degree of the reach that we will have with this positive, uplifting information each and every morning, Monday through Friday. So last but not least, do we need to be members to view the webinar? I'll be joining this morning. No, you do not. Just go ahead and get yourself registered. You don't have to be a member of the Black Wealth Movement. That's exactly what I'm doing. Is my members get this education all the time. I train them on marketing. That's why our brand is so explosive. I train them on this stuff all the time. So I'm now opening it up to anybody in any business who wants to build a bigger, brighter, more bold brand. So it's open to all. So you don't have to be a member to attend today's webinar. So really quickly, I'd like to let you know exactly who the show is for. If you're new, this show is for risers and grinders only. You literally have to be ready to get up, get out, and get something. And if that's you, this is your show. This show is for legacy builders. If you're ready to transform your financial life, if you're ready to transform your relationship life, if you're ready to just transform and become a new creature, then this is your show. If you're ready to make sure that the cycle of whatever ends with you, for me, it's the cycle of poverty, the cycle of lack, right? And the cycle of procrastination, all that is ending with me. If you're trying to end some cycles and build a better legacy, this is your show. On the other hand, who is this show not for? It's not for the pessimist. It's not for the bump on the law. It's not for those who are waiting on a handout versus a hand up. It's all about grinding and helping you grind. But if you're not grinding, that's cool. You might be comfortable with that. This ain't your show. That's it. All right. So I tell you each and every morning, if you've never seen the future of billionaire before, yes, that's billion with a B, 2027 is going down. Take a screenshot. Jeez, and watch me work. Or better yet, get in the game with me. So how we do Q&A on Fridays, if you don't have any questions, I'll just recap this week's shows. But if you have questions, give me the name of your brand so we can give you a brand shout out, and then go ahead and type your question and I'll answer to the best of my ability. If I don't have a solid answer and that requires me to research, then I might just do an entire show dedicated to that topic. So what do we got? Anybody's got questions? It could be money questions, branding and marketing questions. It doesn't even matter, right? Just give me the name of your brand, drop your link and your question. And the reason we like to drop your links and give us the name of your brand, because you never know who else watching the stream or will watch the replay will see your brand, right? We'll see your brand. So did we lose him? I hope not, man. I hope not. I'm still here. Everybody else still good? Monica seems to be having some trouble. Everybody still good? I know I was on the phone early this morning with Charter Communications about my internet service. Then I jumped over on the another call to the folks at Belkin to get my router squared away. I just wanted to make sure that we weren't having no trouble. I found out that I have a dual band router. I didn't even know. So now I'm on 5 gigahertz. So maybe that helps us with the with the process. It says, but you're blurry. See, that's that. I don't know if that's a Facebook thing or if that is a connectivity thing. But you know, I did. Says I had to refresh my page, but good now. Okay, I don't know, man. I've got some other technology coming, and really, and I'm glad this is happening because I want to let you know that I am actually going to transfer. Talking Money in the Morning Live it is actually going off of Facebook. It's going on to my own platform. It is going on to my own platform. I'm sick of this mess, right? So if you have, give me the name of your brand or the name of your company or whatever, and ask your question. So it looks like we have our first question of the day for Free Game Friday. It says, Jamila's Mary Kay for you. Okay, independent beauty consultant for Mary Kay. Okay, so if you have a question, Jamila, drop your question. I'm not having any problems. Good, Frank, good. I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate the Black Wealth Movement and park ball training. So, AB, you and I are alike in this manner, and you may not be able to just cross them directly because park ball is athletic training. If I think you're correct, and I'm the same way with my athletic training. I have Solid Foundation Athletic Academy, which is separate from Financial Health Mentor and Monetize My Life. That's separate. So what you can do is you can become more of a business to business consultant. AB, answer this question for me. How many other basketball trainers and coaches and strength coaches and fitness coaches do you know? Give me a ballpark figure. How many do you know? See, because you might have to do you probably trying to incorporate it in a different way. I'm going to show you something. Tell me how many other trainers, athletic coaches, youth basketball coaches and directors, and they run their own basketball, baseball, football clubs and all. How many do you know, AV? Because if you're like me, you know a lot. Give me a ballpark figure. Just say how many you know just off the top of your head that you got a good relationship with. And I'm gonna show you how you can be not so much incorporated into park ball, but how you can, it says in my city, maybe one or two. Okay, so what you can do is you can talk to them about how you're learning strategies to make what you do in park ball a tax write-off. See, a lot of times youth basketball coaches and trainers are doing it purely out of love, right? And they're not getting any compensation for this. But if you can explain to them, hey, brother, if you stop volunteering and go ahead and make this a business, now when you buy all of this equipment to train these kids, you get a tax write-off. Now when you're driving all over town to do these trainings in these camps, you get a tax write-off. Right? So maybe more of a business-to-business consultant. And then maybe as you're talking to your parents who may not be able to afford your services, you know what? Do you have any sort of home-based business that you're running? You know what? Actually, I do. I sell Avon. Well, did you know that you could make an adjustment on your W-4 form that reflects your Avon business and increase your take-home pay? That'll free up some money. Now you can afford to pay me $200 a month to keep training little Johnny. So that's another way that you can incorporate that and kind of promote that at the same time. Business to business, other small businesses who are doing the same thing that you're doing, even if it's not in sports, if they're building a business or a brand in any way, chances are they don't have the tools that they need to get all of the write-offs that are available to them. So you can coach them, become a business coach the same way that you are a basketball trainer and coach, and talk to other business owners and professionals about how you can help them understand how to use the tax code to build wealth. Right? And then you can talk to the parents of the kids that you coach and train about how most of them are in distressed financial situations, right? You can talk to them about how the Black Wealth Movement can help them free up their money so that they can afford these travel trips. Trust me, I've been in AAU system since my oldest son is a senior, since he was like in the 4th grade, and we've been traveling and all that stuff. That stuff is expensive. But because I can write all of that stuff off, it's less painful for me than it might be for somebody else. So you can introduce somebody to the Black Wealth Movement and say, hey, now the next time your kid has to go across country to play in a basketball tournament, you can write that stuff off and I'll teach you how. Keep on pushing enterprises. I just want to say thank you for all for caring in this day and age. In this day and age, that is rare. Just wanted to say that. Keep on pushing, everyone, and good luck in changing the community. Awesome. I appreciate that, Shelton J. Great. Good morning. Good morning. Says you are a master trainer. I appreciate that, Matt. Any more questions? While you guys are coming up with your questions, give me the name of your brand, and we might need to have a phone call too, AB, because I can give you some more strategies, and then I would really still build a separate brand, because you not only have Park Ball, you have Teshua, right? You have Club Millie. You are becoming a financial powerhouse. So you probably could get away with building a separate brand, a brand that speaks more to holistic health, financially, physically, and financially and physically, and being physically fit, and health with nutritious water like Teshua. And you can build that under one brand, one conglomerate, and you can become an educator of holistic health, and you can incorporate Park Ball that way. Our fitness piece is about Park Ball. Our financial piece is Black Wealth Movement. Our health piece centers around Teshua water and having good drinking water, keeping your body alkaline, which helps it resist disease. Does that make sense? That makes sense? We can build a brand around that. So definitely jump on the webinar if you can, brother. Who else? Anybody else got questions? So yesterday we talked about being how to become a Proverbs 31 woman. I apologize that my connection was so crazy that it was in and out, so you didn't get a lot of the stuff. But we gave 16 principles, and then we gave 3 strategies on incorporating or becoming these principles. Right? We gave 16 principles. So planning future gains. Says the blueprint for personal financial success is cash flow management. The blueprint for personal financial success is cash flow management. Point blank and period. As Black people in this country, we ain't never had a get money problem. We some of the money gettingest people on the entire planet. What we have always had, though, is a cash flow problem, in the sense that too much of our cash is always flowing away from us. That's been our problem. Come on now, let's keep it real. If you know that Black people are some money getting people, put get money in the comments. Put get money in the comments. We some of the money gettingest people on the planet. It just make no questions about it. We know how to get money. But money also always seems to flow through us and not just to us and back, right? So you've got to understand cash flow management so that we can keep our money from getting away from us. Building personal financial success is also about understanding production versus consumerism. We've got to get to a place where we start producing the things that we consume. Right? That's what we're talking about. You got to understand that we ain't never had no get money problem. We know how to get some money. We just don't know what to do with it when we get it. That's why I'm recruiting ambassadors for the Black Wealth Movement, because we teach people cash flow management. I need more and more people around this country staking their flag with the Black Wealth Movement, so we can teach our people what to do with the money that they are getting. We never had no problem getting it. Is what we're doing with it when we get it is the problem, right? How do you manage to stay motivated when you first started the Black Wealth Movement? You know what? They say, and if you come to today's session, we'll talk a little bit about that. Dude, Sheldon, I have a huge, big, fat, burning why. When they talk about your why, WHY, what is your reason to stay more? What is your why? So we understand that the acronym WHY, I learned this from Cedric Williams. He said WHY stands for what hurts you. What hurts you? So when you ask what keeps me motivated, brother, what's hurting me right now is the fact that I am not in position financially and resource wise to make the changes in the community that I know I can make intellect wise. I know I have the intellect to make the necessary changes in the community to rebuild it, but I don't have the resources or the money. And that hurts me deeply, brother. Hurts me deeply to know that if I died today, my legacy isn't as robust as I wanted it, because I didn't understand financial principles and strategies over the last 20 years. So for me, I have a huge reason why. I have something that hurts me, that pains me, And that drives me, that keeps me motivated. More so than motivation, it keeps me inspired. See, sometimes we don't need to be motivated. Motive is just, what is your motive? Why are you doing something? Sometimes we need to be inspired to do something, to keep going. And every day I can look at my children's face and say, I'm building, it ain't there yet. So I gotta keep grinding. I gotta keep going hard. I've gotta keep racing while I've got breath in me. So I have a huge why. That's what keeps me motivated, man. And if you got a huge why, if you got something that hurts you, tap into that pain. Tap into that pain and let that inspire you and drive you. Don't run from it. Tap into it. A lot of people run from their pain. Don't run from it. Tap into it and allow it to drive you to your success. Appreciate that. Good question. Good question. Anybody else? So yesterday we was Proverbs 31 woman. Really quickly, I'll go over the 16 things that we touched on. Proverbs 31 woman is someone who knows her worth. She's worth more than rubies. She brings good, not harm. She works with her hands. She rises early and provides for her family, then gets off to being an entrepreneur. She's diligent and works hard. She's fit for her task. That means she keeps her body in shape. She burns the midnight oil. She has a heart for the poor and the needy. She is prepared for winter or bad times. She's clothed with strength and dignity. She's not idle. She is praised by her husband and children. She surpasses noble things. She fears the Lord, and she lets her action do the talking, man. That's some killer stuff. If you missed yesterday's show, it was a little choppy, but go back and check it out. How did you figure out your target audience? Do you use your why to drive that? Okay, good question, Allison. Do you have a brand? Give me your brand so we can give you a brand shout out. Give me your brand so you give you your shout out. How did you figure out your target audience? Do you use your why to drive that? I'm going to go over this a little bit on the webinar today, so definitely get yourself registered. But the first place to look for to help you identify your target market, the first place to look is look in the mirror. What do you do, Monica? The first place to look for your target audience is in the mirror. Because whatever it is you're doing, Monica, you're doing it because you yourself had a certain need or problem that needed to be solved, and you found an opportunity, a business, a solution to solve the problem that you had first. And then you started maybe selling that solution or promoting that solution. So look in the mirror. I looked in the mirror, and when I first started the Black Wealth Movement at a 40-year-old man, I couldn't put my hands on $200 to get started. That was my problem. I found a solution that helped me to recover the lack of investing and lack of education and putting things in place so that I can really retire with grace and dignity and an abundance of resources. And I found that solution. I applied that solution and it worked. And then I started reaching out to other people that look like me. Men, 40 years, 35 to 55, 35 to 45 is the age range of the people that I generally attract. And I just speak to that pain point. Brother, I know what it's like to be in a position where you don't have two nipples to rub together. Here's a solution that can help you overcome that challenge. So if you're thinking about targeting, finding your target market, look in the mirror first. What attracted you to what it is that you're doing? So she says ex-offender training, home business. So ex-offender training is a home business. So what attracted you to that solution, or what caused you to see that as a problem? Why did you see it as a problem, and what do you see as a solution? and who can that problem solve. So if ex-offenders, then you look specifically at what your solution actually fixes. And then you go after the people with that problem that your solution fixes, right? Short-term emergency fund, check. Long-term emergency fund, next. Absolutely. Absolutely. Any other questions, guys? We're going to have to wrap up today's show relatively quickly because I'm going to get prepared for that webinar that starts at 10 Central. Any other questions before we go? Right? So that was what we did on Proverbs 31 woman. 3 things that you can do to become a Proverbs 31 woman is set the intention and focus to do that. You get what you focus on. If you focus on being a Proverbs 31 woman, you will become one. Number 2, study the attributes of a Proverbs 31 woman. Go read scripture, Proverbs 31 woman, read that first, then go read 2 or 3 other books of other commentary of people breaking down the Proverbs 31 woman. Look at yesterday's show. Listen to that on playback a couple times. Listen to some of the principles that we said are the attributes of Proverbs. Study Proverbs 31 women. Study those attributes so that they can become part of you. And then number 3, associate with Proverbs 31 women. Associate with Proverbs 31 women. Right? But don't be judgmental. Sometimes we have people who are Proverbs 31 women in their business, but not necessarily in their personal life and their friendships and other relationships. Just study what they do in business. Then others are good Proverbs 31 women when it comes to their home life, their family, but they might be terrible at business. Find out where they are a 10 as far as being a Proverbs 31 woman, and you associate with them because of that, and you learn from them there. Can we attend more than one webinar? Yes. If you register for all 3, then you can attend all 3. So when you go in to register, it asks you which time slots you want. Register for all 3 and attend all 3. Yeah, and I can promise you, because of the questions at the end, there's probably always going to be a little bit different towards the end of each webinar. And the day before Thursday, we did how to become an Ephesians 5 man so that you can attract a Proverbs 31 woman. It says, I am not able to register for the webinar. Are you getting, you're trying to do it on your phone, and are you getting the, like it's rendering forever? Check your email address and see if you got the confirmation email. Sometimes it just seems like it's not going through, but if you check your email, then the confirmation email is usually there. Speaking the language of economics can be difficult. It's like learning Spanish for the first time. My conversations with people are limited because I feel as if I can't have a well-versed conversation yet. Baby steps. Yes, and that's typical, Giovanni. What you do is just simply pique their interest. Yeah, check your email address, Stevens. It should be there. Yeah. What you do is, instead of you trying to have the conversation, just pique their interest to find out if they'd like information on the subject, and then send them to blackwealthmovement2017.com and let me do the talking for you until you become well versed. Right? Most people, if you talk to them about what are they doing to fix their credit, they'll say, hey, I'm looking to pay somebody $1,000 to get it done. Wait a minute, let me show you a short video where the Black Wealth Movement can teach you how to do that, get that done for $35 a month. Most people, you ask them, what are you doing to eliminate your debt? Man, I'm trying to get out of debt. I just can't seem to find the money to pay off some of this stuff a little bit faster. Okay, the Black Wealth Movement has a debt elimination plan. Let me send you a short video. Right? So instead of you trying to carry the conversation, you just simply pique their interest and send them over to a video that will do the talking for you a little bit better. Any other questions before we get out of here? So Ephesians 5 man, we talked about some of the attributes of an Ephesians 5 man, and then some of the things that Ephesians 5 man could do to keep his lady, right? Ephesians 5 man walks in the way of love. He steers clear of even the appearance of danger. He watches how he talks. He's generally optimistic. He has a joy that radiates from within. And then attitude of gratitude, right? Not there, but I'll see if someone can send me the link and I'll try it again. Yeah, I will inbox it to you as well as soon as we're done here. I want to make sure that you're able to get registered for that webinar. What can Ephesians 5 man do to keep Proverbs 31 woman? Give of himself to make sure that she's straight, right? Give her everything of you to make sure she has everything she needs. Keep her clean, right? Keep her lifted up. Keep her her good name, right? You keep her clean. You help keep and help her maintain her integrity. Help to reveal and affirm her beauty, right? Help to reveal and affirm her beauty. I have to tell my wife all the time how beautiful she is, because this world will show her images that she often compares herself to, even subconsciously, and she starts to think that she doesn't meet the standard of beauty based on this world. So you have to constantly affirm your lady's beauty and help to reveal her beauty to her. Love her like you love yourself. And then number 5, get as close to her as possible, right? So that was a couple shows. So that is going to do it for me and today's show, guys. I'm sorry for the short show, but I'm getting really pumped up for this webinar. The first one is at 10 a.m. Again, go to freewebinar.financialhealthmentor.com to get yourself registered. I'm going to reveal to you a lot of the tactics and tricks that I use to build my personal brand to help you. It says, I find that this business is a lot like personal evangelism. You present the information in a way that convicts them to make a decision. Your thoughts. You are absolutely right. The way I say it is, you have to reveal ignorance in a non-threatening way. You have to master the ability to reveal someone's ignorance to them in a non-threatening way, in a caring way, so that they know that you care. I'm not trying to say that you don't know money just for the sake of puffing myself up. I'm trying to reveal to you that there's some other strategies that could help you. And if you can admit that, hey man, you are absolutely right, there is some things that I can use some help on, yes, I'm willing and open-minded now to take a look at your information. But just as we have been taught to not really talk about our religious affiliation and our spiritual life, we have also been taught to not talk about money, and really that is a big problem, is that nobody wants to talk about it, even though 3 out of 4 people are struggling immensely. Right? How do you get over a thing? You talk it out, you talk through it, right? You study a thing. We put money in the closet and know we're struggling, we leave it there. No, how do you get good at something? You study it, you talk about it constantly, and you make it a mission and a focus. We try not to focus on money, and that's why our money problems are so bad. But yeah, it's definitely like evangelism, definitely. All right, good deal. I appreciate all the questions. Again, I'm sorry that I have to cut the show short today, but I want to be fully prepared for you guys when you come out to the webinar. And I'm going to teach you, man, what I know as much as I can cram into an hour, because I don't want to make this thing, go on forever. But I really want to get you, off and running to building a killer brand, to generating lots of traffic so you can get some leads, so you can close some people and grow your business. So with that, freewebinar.financialhealthmentor.com. Do I need a special app to view the webinar? No, once you register for this one, I'm actually using a webinar platform. So once you click on the join the link, all you do is enter the room and you can view, because it actually streams through YouTube. So we're good there. So you don't have to download anything special. Just click on the link and it will actually take you to a web page, and you view it right there in the web page from your phone, laptop, or tablet. Everything is mobile friendly, so you should be good to go. So with that, I'm Ace Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the working class, to the Black community. Till I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. Peace out, y'all.